Hey everybody, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Jay Hunter Lee here. Thank you guys for stopping through. Want to talk about some things right quick. This is just something personal. I just want to go over with all my friends, all my supporters. I want to thank all of you guys for the congratulations today on my finishing of my cybersecurity class at Kingsland University. Very, very proud of my accomplishment there. But I'm going to talk to you guys on what's next and also what other things I have going down the pipe. So we're going to have a little bit of conversation about that, okay? Let's get it. Oh, it's not time for this yet, right? Folks, I'm excited. Thank you guys for stopping through. Jay Hunter Lee here again. I hope you guys have watched my video from last night on stand out, but don't be average. Was it last night? Might have been night before last. I don't know, but it was this week. So catch my previous video from the night, folks. Very great information, content I put on there. Folks, I got my cigars here. I am going to smoke my cigars tonight. My first location will be at Davidoff because technically I don't have class tonight because I have already finished our capstone project, which what took up the most of this month because our class technically ends next week on the 25th. So my assignment has pretty much been completed this week. It was completed actually Thursday. So guess what, folks? I don't have to really go to class tonight because my assignment, my project has been completed, but I am going to go out and celebrate and have my cigar. I got another celebration that's going to take place on March the 5th. We got a few more seats left for that. We cut down from our seats from 50 seats down to 35 seats because my team don't want to spend a lot of money, and I don't blame them. We're not going to spend a whole lot of money, buying food and everything like that. We're going to keep it a little bit smaller than I wanted. I thought 50 was small, but I'm going to keep it a little smaller than that because I want it to be intimate. We are going to have some live entertainment next in 2 weeks, actually, March the 5th, the week after my graduation. So I'm excited. Got my cigar here for tonight. I will be at Davidoff over in Tampa. Those of you who are in the Tampa Bay area, you want to come and hang out at Davidoff, I will be smoking my cigar. This is one of the ones I'm smoking. And then after Davidoff, I'm going to leave from there and smoke this cigar down at CJ's at Treasure Island Beach tonight. I'm excited, man. Very, very excited. I got a lot of things that's coming down the pike. And, just like the title of the video says, my graduation. What's next? Well, I'll tell you guys what's next. You guys see my banner here. I think I showed it to you on my previous video. Here is JHL Resource Group. This is the umbrella. You see my banner here. And those of you who remember me asking for donations on my videos, this is the reason. I told you your donations don't come to me. It comes strictly for the podcast that I do to bring you guys content. Here is what that did for us. Okay, got a backdrop here. You don't have to see the window I used to have in the back anymore. Got a backdrop here, and this is also going to be backdrop is also going to be at my celebration in 2 weeks, celebrating my completion in cybersecurity. Now here is the logo for my cybersecurity firm. Let me see if I can get you guys a little closer to it. Let me bring this around a little bit so I can bring it closer to you. You guys see that? Let me see. I got to look at my other screen. There it is. All right. You see that? Security hack? There it is. That's it. That's the logo for my cybersecurity company. You see that, fellas, ladies? That is it. Security hack. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that because that is what's next. Security hack is what's next. Security hack is, let me center myself here. Security hack is my cybersecurity firm. I'm going to be getting subcontracts from major companies that has government IT contracts. And me being a minority owner, and they have to sub out, these major companies have to sub out portions of their contracts to small businesses or minority-owned businesses. I qualify for that because I'm an African-American male business owner. So this is another stream of income that I'm building, folks. So people thinking I went to school just so that I can go. I'm not one of those people who go to school just so I can go work for somebody. I might take a little job temporarily just to get my feet wet in the industry of cybersecurity. But the whole goal is to build my empire in this industry. And that's exactly what I'm already doing. So I'm already in a point where I got information on getting myself certified so I can be eligible to receive these contracts. I'm very happy. I'm excited about that, right? And this is something that I'm building while a bigger project is developing. That bigger project is developing over in Crete Island, Greece, and Libya. the whole right-hand side of Libya. That is the other project of building a city in Crete Island, Greece, and Libya. It's going to be two different locations, but one city. We're connecting them to across over 1,000 miles across the Mediterranean Sea. We're excited about it. We have technology that's going to connect these cities. Um, it's going to be like Dubai on steroids. I've been awarded that contract 2 years ago. It's starting to develop now as we there, which is not in my control. The government, Libya, Greece, the royal family of Jordan, they have to do what they need to do to get things prepared before I come into play. They'll be letting me know when it's time for me to come in, bring in my team, people that I already have in a wings waiting to get started with that project. That is according to the royal family called the Hashemite royal family. According to that family, the royal family, this is like they have like, I would say probably about 300 trillion, not billion, $300 trillion already in that project. So before this project gets started, what they do, they put that kind of money in an investment vehicle, and that investment vehicle grows that money. So by the time we get to that project, we're already at a place where that money have grown. I mean, you can just imagine the type of cut that my company is bringing in from this project. So this cybersecurity firm is something that I'm doing. I'm not that I'm downsizing or anything or playing it low, but it's going to be big as well, because as we get contracts here, guess what my security hack company is also going to be doing? It's going to be doing work over there what we're building, because if this is going to be a smart city, why don't I have my own company to protect that city in a cyber sense? And my logo for my city project is right there, JHL Real Estate Development. That's the other logo. That's the logo for that. So, folks, on this backdrop, I got 5 businesses, 5 logos on this backdrop. I told you guys I'm not playing. This is something serious for me. And the thing is, I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to get people jobs. I found out in cybersecurity, the stuff that I've learned in this past 6 months in cybersecurity, I've just found out that there are over 500,000 positions unfilled. Over 500,000 positions unfilled. That's jobs. And imagine if you seeing me building a company with this, how many people will I be able to hire? There's not a lot of people that possess the skills that I just learned in the cybersecurity course. It's crazy. Gwendolyn Swift just said every day. Yeah, every day. I mean, it's just so much out there, man. It's over 5. I'm not exaggerating, folks. We're talking over 500,000 positions unfilled in cybersecurity. And here I'm building a business. I'm building a firm. I've already got connections. I got people who already is waiting for me to let them know once I complete some other certifications to be eligible to get contracts. So they can say, let me tie you into these people that can get you that contract. Let me tie you into this person that can get you this subcontract. But there's one company got like $132 million not cybersecurity, but $132 million IT contract with the NSA up in DC. 132 million. They haven't started it yet, I don't believe, but it's like 132 million. The cybersecurity portion of that is where my company, Security Hack, can come in. Like my man Hannibal said on the 18, I love it when a plan comes together. Folks, you got to work hard for what you want in life. Here's what you got to understand. The white man don't owe you nothing. And if I would, particularly to these black people, but my black folks, listen. You can walk up and down, you can scream with all the liberals and all of the Democrats and talk about what you ain't getting in. You know, you trying to get reparations. Folks, you can get your own reparations. You can build your own empire. Okay? You can build your own empire. Stop thinking about what the other people are doing. Stop thinking about what the white man is doing all the time. As a matter of fact, you got Russia is hacking. I just found out just last night. Russia is not only that they're looking to invade Ukraine, but they're also hacking Ukraine. They're also hacking Ukraine. Folks, there's plenty of work. I'm willing to say there's over 1 million positions in this country that's unfilled in cybersecurity. They said 500,000, but I believe it's more than that. AI, artificial intelligence, exactly. The royal family also told me once we do the cybersecurity piece, start focusing on AI, because that's the next thing I'm getting ready to do. Folks, AI is going to be taking a lot of people's jobs. AI will be taking a lot of people's jobs. It is nothing you can do about it, but get better at it. There's a poem that fits this. It goes, 2 men looked out from prison bars. One saw mud, the other saw stars. What does that poem mean? What is that poem saying? It's strictly saying that one man sees an opportunity, the other guy don't see an opportunity. Let me give you an example of that. Let's say you have two UPS drivers. Two UPS drivers, they delivering packages. But they both know, they just been told that there's going to be a new technology that's going to be delivering people's packages from drones to their doorsteps from a warehouse in the sky. What is a warehouse in the sky? Warehouse in the sky is blimps. Amazon is already talking about that, having blimps in the sky, and drones bringing those packages from the blimp. They're going to call it warehouse in the sky. Bringing those packages with a drone down to your doorstep. The drone flies back up in the warehouse in this blimp. Now, here's what you got to understand. Here's what you got to understand, folks. One of those UPS drivers may be like, man, what am I supposed to do? They coming out with this technology. They trying to take jobs from us. They're going to do this. They're going to do, I got kids to feed. I got a rent, a mortgage to pay. I got insurance to pay. I got light bills. How am I supposed to feed my kids? That's what one of the UPS drivers may say. But the other UPS drivers might say this. Well, I need to learn to go to school and learn how to fly a drone. Learn how to fly a blimp. See, the other driver, he's making himself valuable to the marketplace. This is an economy today. This is an era right now, folks, that education is ongoing. It's no more you graduated, now you go and get your job, or now you go do a business or whatever. It's education is ongoing. You have to seek education from the cradle to the grave now. This is why I've always been telling you guys for years, as long as you have known me to be a speaker, I've always been telling you guys to read, read, read. Find books to read. Find out what it is you want to do in your life and start researching that thing to how you can get it to the next level. Read some books. Read books that by people who can help you get to the next level. You got Brian Tracy. He got a book. He got a book called Goals. John Assaraf. He got a book. Lisa Nichols got a book. I got a book. My book is Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. Les Brown got a book. Dr. Willie Jolly got several books. John C. Maxwell got tons of books. One of his books is called Failing Forward. And another book he got called Put Your Dreams to the Test. These are books that's important to you, folks. These folks have already made it. These folks have already got what they want in life, and they're achieving a lot more. And they're putting information in books. They're putting information out there for you to learn, to try to see if you can duplicate it so that you can have that success. Now, everybody's going to have success in their own way, but the fact of the matter is these books is geared to help change your mindset, reform your thinking. That's very important. You got to reform your thinking. Good to see you, Stephanie Wynn. These things are good to reform your thinking so that you can create your own how-to. That's what's important. If you're in your 40s and 50s, I did a video back 6 months ago before I started school. I put a video out there about going to school, back to school in your 40s and 50s, things that you need to do. You need to take your vitamins when you're in your 40s and 50s. You got to take your vitamins. Why do you need to take your vitamins? Because you're going to be looking at a computer screen the whole time while you're in class. Got to make sure our eyes are sharp. We got to make sure we not having no blurred vision when we trying to look at technology, looking at these computer screens. Get your vitamin A. Keep your vitamin A up so your vision can stay healthy. You're going to have to eat right. You're going to have to eat the proper foods that help your brain power. You're going to have to be around people that's going to help and challenge you to think. These things are important. Don't spend your time wasted around people who don't want nothing in life, man. Because these aren't the times for us to be bullshitting around with ourselves and with our lives. If you're going to do something, damn it, do it. If you're going to have goals, you're going to put goals down on the paper, or you're going to put it and you create it out of your mind, guess what happens when you do that? Every goal you create, obstacles are also created. This was not an easy class. Learning pen testing or penetration testing. That's the red team. Then you got your blue team. I got a project. My last project for school, it consists of that, and I just did it a week before class ended. This stuff is important, man. Cybersecurity have over 500,000 unfilled jobs. They are looking for people to come and help protect data. Can you imagine all these banks that need? Banks aren't even on board yet of getting cybersecurity people to protect their banks. Why do you think I can't count on one? I can count on two hands how many times my bank had to give me a new card, a bank card, my credit union up in DC. How many people have been hacked into their systems? Look at how many people try to hack Facebook, Twitter. Every now and then they get a message that says they've been hacked, and they're going to be down for a while. That happens when you don't have somebody to do a penetration test. What is a penetration tester? A penetration tester is somebody on the red team that is paid to penetrate your network and report all the findings, find out all the vulnerabilities on IP addresses and ports in your organization. Find all the vulnerabilities. And then they take those vulnerabilities and they connect and hack into those vulnerabilities. And they can hack into your machine and you don't even know they're in your machine. It's called RDP, remoting into your machine, remote desktop. You don't even know it. They planting all kind of viruses, all kind of ransomware. You know what a ransomware is? Think of the word ransom. Where? Connected to a software. A ransomware, folks, is where, have you ever had files be encrypted on your machine that you did not encrypt? And then you try to encrypt those files, and then they tell you, oh, well, the message on that ransomware, with you don't know it's ransomware. You're not even thinking about it being ransomware. They're telling you for this amount of money, they can decrypt those files and hand them back to you. That's ransomware. You don't know that, did you? You didn't know that, did you? Look at this stuff. Next thing you know, all your files are gone. You can encrypt one, or maybe you can decrypt one or maybe two of those files on your machine. And they tell you, if you want to decrypt the rest of those hundred or thousands, this is how much it's going to cost. And we'll decrypt those files. But those files never encrypted by you in the first place. It was encrypted by a cyber criminal. But they're telling you they can decrypt them for you for this amount of money. Ransomware. Virus is the same way. You've received a virus on your machine. If you want to get rid of the virus, this is how much it's going to cost you. So they start asking you for money in order for you to get rid of the virus. That is ransomware. That is a person who have taken your machine hostage. And I'm pretty sure many of you might have seen that before. That stuff is important, folks. So guess what? There's not a lot of people out there that can combat these things. So with that being said, technology is real. And they need people to protect their technology. They need people to protect the technology. Think about that. These are six-figure jobs. Imagine a person who owns the company that can afford to pay somebody six figures to work in their company. Imagine what they're making up at the top. Imagine what the CEO is making. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Folks, you got to put your mind in the right place. And fellas, put your dick up. Don't let your dick make a bum out of you. Yeah, I said that. I put it out there. Put your dick up. It's called sex transmutation. You in your 40s and your 50s, nobody should not be telling you what I just said. You should be focusing on your grind, your empire, building something for generations. That's where your mind should be at this point. Not trying to smash all the ladies. Facts. Facts. Seriously. I mean, it is what it is. Now, I'm not telling you not to lay with a lady. If you got a lady in your life, y'all got things going good, then fine. I get that. But stop trying to smash every woman in the damn plant. That ain't gonna never happen. Because you're gonna run around and get you're gonna get one that's gonna get mad at you. You're gonna go out there and claim that you touched her inappropriately, whether it's consensual or not. Don't get yourself in that. Don't get yourself caught up, hemmed up. Don't let that happen to yourself. Don't do it. I might have a talk on that one day, Gwendolyn. But that's where I'm headed, folks. That's what's going to be next after graduation. I'm having a celebration on the 5th of March, and building Security Hack. It's spelled secure in letter I, hack. Security Hack. Some people are going to say Secure Hack. Nope, it's Security Hack. So I'm very excited. Got my torch right here. The torch. Got my cutter. Got my cigar. This is Vegas, baby. Check it out. Vegas. Gold. Gold. This one is, this is Espinosa. This is good cigar. Espinosa. You can get smoked tonight. And I'll probably buy like 2 more cigars while I'm at Davidoff, so I can have more to smoke on Saturday, because I'm going to go to, tomorrow I go to Cigar International, which is another cigar lounge, tomorrow, Saturday. But man, I'm excited, folks. I hope I shared some information that inspired you guys. You know, you guys see my backdrop is here. You see, I'm moving forward. I'm getting things done. But most importantly, folks, yes, I'm going to get a lot of material things, but it's not about that. It's really not about that. It's about you. I'm encouraging you to go to school, because I'm going to need people. Because a lot of these, guess what, folks? Majority of these cybersecurity jobs are work from home jobs. Can you imagine making 6 figures sitting at home? Y'all gonna be getting fat as hell. You're gonna be out of control. You're gonna eat everything out your damn refrigerator. You're gonna have to watch it. You're gonna have to watch your eating while you're at home, working from home, making all that kind of money. There's a lot of money doing this cybersecurity, and majority of us work from home. Unless you wear a job where they want you to be in the NOC or the SOC, the SOC Security Operating Center, NOC Network Operating Center. The SOC protects the NOC. This is a wild thing. Cybersecurity has, like Gwendolyn said, cybersecurity has so many layers. There's so many. Folks, let me just name some stuff that I've learned in these 6 months. I've learned how to use Linux, Kali Linux. I know Linux. I know the Linux commands. I know PowerShell. I've already knew DOS. I knew DOS from the 90s. But there's a lot of new stuff I learned with DOS. I know Wireshark. I know Python. I know how to move around in Python. On VS Code. I know that. Gwen says, stay out of business. You've been sitting at home, Gwen. You know, I know VS Code, visual, VS Code. I can't think of the full name, but I got all that on my laptop. I know Wireshark, Burp Suite. I know, learn Splunk. I've learned how to use Splunk. Man, this stuff is fun. It's fun to work with. I'm telling you. You just got to know when to use it, know when to use it. That's it. Splunk, Metasploit. Now, Metasploit is a hard ass. Metasploit is what's mainly used to do your penetration test. Metasploit is not a joke. Metasploit. Metasploit. I'm telling you, that Metasploit is a platform that you get to through Kali Linux. The command for that is MSF console. MSF console in Kali Linux. You put that command in, and it takes you into Metasploit. That's when you start running your different scans. You have your auxiliary scans, your exploits command, your post scan. You start running these different commands, man. I'm telling you, once you run your auxiliary scan, it started showing you, where you do your nmap, DB_nmap. Your nmap shows you what your vulnerabilities are. Then you go into run one of your auxiliary scans inside of Metasploit. Run your auxiliary scan. You take those IP addresses that comes up as vulnerable. You start to connect to those IP addresses. Eventually, you start to get into those machines. There be servers. You'd be surprised how many stuff is out there is vulnerable at these major corporations, like banks, hospitals. I mean, you got people's privacy health records that people will have access to. These hospitals they really need a lot of cybersecurity, especially when you talk about like the VA, the Veteran Affairs. They really need that stuff, man. I'm telling you, folks, you got to follow the money. It might not be your dream, but let that be a vehicle for your dream. Your dream could be something else, but let this be the vehicle for your dream. I'm telling you, it's not a game. I've learned how to run a program, your if statements and all that stuff in Python. Man, I love Python. Love Python. I plays around with it. I got it right here on my laptop now. I can download it. Wireshark, Burp Suite. This stuff, man, I know how to pull up metadata on files, whether it's JPEG files, pull up the metadata on it, find out everything you need to know about those files. For instance, if FBI or a police department wants to investigate somebody's phone or files they've downloaded, I know how to pull up the metadata on that for them. I can make money doing that for them. I know how to pull up metadata on JPEG files, on pictures, where the picture came from, when the picture was taken. Folks, only if you knew what's available to you. But here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. I can pull up, I can find I can do password, I can get your passwords too. Get your passwords too. I do that through Metasploit. Metasploit can show me that. There a hash. Each password has a hash. Take that hash and you copy it and you run it through Metasploit, and then Metasploit will tell you what that password is. Folks, it's not a game. That's part of a project I had to do for ending class. Just for this class. You got to understand this for real, folks. It's not a game. There are over 500,000 positions unfilled. I believe it's over 1 million. I think 500. When they say over 500,000, I think they were just being nice because they don't want to. I don't think they really want people to know how many of these positions are unfilled, because hackers going to be all over the place, all over the place. So there's a mindset that you got to have to achieve these things, folks. The mindset you need to have is nobody's going to give you a damn thing. Nobody's going to give you a damn thing. Are you going to cry and march and protest over the crumbs that they're not giving you? Or are you going to go out there and get your own full course meal? When we remind you, it's so much I can talk about, man. Smartphones is the whole lot I just haven't even covered in this video. It's so much. I could probably do a 6-month series on cybersecurity. I probably can bring in some different people to come in and talk about cybersecurity. I probably will have to do that because it's so much to cover on smartphones, how to get into smartphones. Man, it's a whole lot of stuff I could probably, I won't say show you guys, but I could probably tell you guys about. But there it is, folks. In the beginning of the video, I showed you guys the logo to Security Hack, the cybersecurity firm that I'm birthing. So I'm excited about that. I will be looking to get some contracts very soon. I have to do some some other things before I'm eligible to get those contracts. You have to be certified. You have to go through the SBA, or not the SBA. I think it's called something zone hub, something hub. It was something my professor had gave me. It's two links he had gave me that I need to look into and get some certifications done so that I'm eligible to get these contracts. But once I get these contracts, I'm going to be happy. So I'm going to be getting my president who has backgrounds in recruiting and all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to build my company on down from there. HR people got to be put in place. Then we're going to start bringing in our tech people. Tech people are going to be the ones who we hire to do the work of these contracts. Man, we're excited, man. I'm excited. So hope you guys are focused, man, on what you want to do with your goals, dreams, and your aspirations, because it's important. We are in inflation right now. Have you seen the gas prices? Have you walked into your local Walmart, and have you seen some items that's missing? Yeah. It's happening. This is real. And let me tell you something, folks. Life is only fair to that many people. Life is only fair to that many people. And most likely, that many people is the 10%. From the 1090 rule. What is the 1090 rule? 1090 rule is 10% of the population earns 90% of all the money. And 90% of the population only earns 10% of all the money. So all the 90% works for the 10%. That, my friend, is called the rat race. 90 rats fighting over 10 pieces of cheese. Do you want that for yourself? Or do you want to keep running around trying to claim everybody's races because you're not winning? It's a question you need to ask yourself. But you have a choice. You have a choice. Make it happen. See, there are three types of people. First person, make things happen. Second person is waiting on something to happen. And the third person don't know what's happening. See, that third person, that's your blue pill people. Don't spend your time going back and forth with blue pill people. You've taken the red pill. You've awakened. Neo from the Matrix. He was never forced the red pill. Remember that. No one forced him the red pill. He made a choice. He was ready to wake up. He made a choice. And when he made the choice, it was the best choice he've ever made. Many people aren't willing to make that choice yet. They want to continue to take that blue pill. They want to continue to stay in the matrix, in the rat race. Don't go back and forth with those people. Imagine them sleeping. They sleep. What happens when you shake and wake someone about their sleep? They got an attitude. Same situation. Don't wake them up. They have to wake up on their own. With that being said, folks, I hope this makes sense what I shared with you. I want you guys to do me a favor and share the video if you can. Share, share, share. If it wasn't for you, that's okay. It's not for everybody. I'm not looking for everybody. Just like when we start our cybersecurity job, we ain't looking for everybody. We're not. So share it anyway, because it's somebody you know this video could help, could inspire. Secondly, you see my Cash App at the bottom, $ J Hunter Lee. I ask for $20 or less donation to the podcast, not to me. I don't need your money. I'm okay there. It's strictly for the podcast. We're in the community. I'm bringing you the content. It's strictly for that. I could need a new light, camera, laptop, who knows, down the line, because things get old and you have to replace things. You have to update things, upgrade things. You see, I got a backdrop now. That was due to your contributions. So I want to thank you guys. Got a backdrop now. So now you don't just see this window that was behind me. You see a backdrop. You see something, right? So that's all it's for. It's for the upgrades of things, for things to come. Um, Next, I want you to do me another big favor, and that is to sing like no one can hear you, dance like no one can see you, love like you've never been hurt, and live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Hunter Lee. I love you, and the world needs you, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks, and I'll see you guys again next week.